Bula Vinaka boxing fans, well. Tyson, the Gypsy King Fury, has done his first interview since May 18th with his first career loss against Alexander, the Cat Usyk. Now, many of you would know that Fury has been in the headlines lately, more recently in a drunken slumber, having to be escorted out by the bouncers in a local pub in Morecambe, with then being pretty much knocked out on the pavement. And now, and then after that, he actually released a training video with him saying, back in camp, I'm looking for my redemption. And it was all looking positive for me. And, many had said, he's accepted it. And I was thinking, yeah, this is awesome, because he didn't make any excuses, and he talked about, wanting his redemption. He's coming for Usyk. However, in this most recent video, where he was doing an interview for Furiosity, the local drink that's his drink that he sponsors, there was some good things in there, but there was also some concerning things in there. He said he's watched the fight back 100 times, whatever, many times, and he still believes he won that fight. That's one concern for me right there. That's number one concern. And then he also said things like, Usyk knows that I won the fight, which I think is absolutely ridiculous. Now, everyone knows that I'm a huge Tyson Fury fan. Fury didn't win that fight. I've watched it many times. The best I could do is give him 5 rounds. 6 at best, and even if he gets 5 or 6 rounds, he still loses the fight because there's the 10-8 round. He would have to win 7 rounds and Usyk only 5 for him to kind of win. And there's no way, absolutely no way, he won 7 rounds. At best, on my scorecard, he won 5 rounds, maybe 6, but still would lose the fight. So for him to think that Usyk knows that he won the fight, I think is, again, he hasn't really accepted the fact that Usyk has beaten him. He then goes on to say, but it is what it is. It was a close fight, could have gone either way. And, whether I would have won the fight or not, I'd still be doing the same thing. So he talks a little bit about his training, that he had all these back-to-back training camps, he hasn't stopped training, and even though now he's training 5 times a week, and he's looking forward to the 21st. He also said that he hopes Usyk gets better with a broken jaw and broken eye socket. Again, those are not true. Usyk doesn't have a broken jaw, he doesn't have a broken eye socket. So there's these delusions where Fury, if he really wants to beat Alexander Usyk, he needs to accept what he did wrong. The best thing he said was that he was fooling around too much and he was having too much fun. But then he goes in and spoils it and says, because it was easy in there. It was never easy, mate. 4, 5, 6, you were winning those rounds because you're starting to get on top. But between 1 and 3, it was a bit of chess. Usyk had the front foot. He was on the front foot, landing the really good body punches. It took you 3 rounds to kind of figure him out. And opinions are opinions, and that's what he did mention, but everyone was seeing how that fight was going. First 4 rounds very close. I gave you 1 round, I think gave you round 3, and then 4, 5, and 6 were really good rounds for you. 7 was another round I think you just edged. 8 was bad for you. 9 was terrible for you. 10 you were recovering. 11 was an Usyk round, and 12 I thought you did enough to win. So, for you to say that it was easy in there, I think is untrue. But I did like the fact that he said that you were messing around and having too much fun, and it's come back to bite him, because people had warned Fury in the past. He said this in the video, in the interview. People had warned you can't mix your work with fun, and he used to say, I give them the middle finger, but it's now come back to bite me. And I think that was probably the best thing that he said. So I still think there's a lot of work for Fury to do to accept that Usyk was simply the better man on the night. You underestimated him. You thought that you could fool around, and what you had in the 4th, 5th, and 6th round, you thought it was like Deontay Wilder, that you could do it throughout the whole fight, but he is not Deontay Wilder. he will keep coming, and he will keep landing, and he will keep throwing, and he will not fatigue. So that's my thoughts. I'm a bit concerned as a Fury fan. I hope that he deep down does accept that Usyk won the fight fair and square, and that he is going to have to do a lot of changes in order to beat Alexander Usyk. Because if he goes into that fight thinking, no, I'm just going to do the same thing that I was doing, he didn't really beat me the first time, there is no way that he'll be able to beat him again. But let me know your thoughts. What do you think of this interview? Think it's genuine? Do you think Fury's still in denial? Or do you think Fury knows what he needs to do, and he's going to come out and absolutely destroy Usyk in the rematch? As always, thanks for all your comments. We're almost up to 100 subscribers. It's been a little bit slow the last couple of weeks, but thanks for the love. And as always, you're watching Seru Bale's Boxing Undisputed. Vinaka.